in the big dance this year. All right, changing gears here, I want to talk a little bit about the Mariners. Because I'm a big baseball fan, and life begins again this week in Peoria. Now, assuming the rains hold out, the Mariners are going to get their spring training underway. Should be Wednesday, should be Thursday, somewhere in that range. They have games against the A's scheduled for Thursday and Friday. They have games against the San Diego Padres and Manny Machado, the big offseason signing so far for the Padres, coming up against the weekend. Things to watch here is Marco Gonzalez is going to be taking the mound for the first game for the Mariners, and he has a great season last year. He's one of the names to watch this year on the Mariners. We talked last week about how the Mariners might be processing and going for it 5 years from now instead of this year, and that this year's team might be rough. It doesn't mean there's not going to be some guys to watch. And I got to tell you, Gonzalez is one of those guys to watch. He's a lefty. Last year finished out the year at 13-9 with a 4.0 ERA in 29 starts. He's looking to improve on that in the 2019 campaign, obviously. And the question for Gonzalez that we got to watch for the whole season is, can he stay healthy? Because this is a guy that spent part of the last 5 seasons on the DL. So that's going to be the big key. Can the staff keep him going all season long? We'll get our start, see how he looks in these opening games against the A's. And don't worry, if the rains, I've heard that if the rains wash out the game, he's still going to get the pitches in so he can stay on schedule. The game after that, the second game of spring training against the A's, we get to see another player to watch this year. New Mariner, acquired from the Yankees in the big deal there, is for the Big Maple, is Justice Sheffield. Now, Justice Sheffield's a hard-throwing kid from the Yanks. He's a power pitcher, but he's got some command issues. Bounced around from the Yankees in Cleveland to find his way to Seattle. They expect him to pencil into the rotation at some point this year. We're not sure when. Should get a good look at him and see how he's doing. But spring training is the time to get a look at everybody. And I love spring training in baseball because every team is in it, man. Every team has a shot in spring training, even the Mariners. We get to see what they can put together and what they can do. I got a couple other things we need to be watching on this team this year. First, I would say, is Kyle Seager. Kyle Seager had a down year last year. Started off slow, had that toe injury that took him out. But I'll tell you what, all the reports out of Peoria are is that he's slimmed down and he is ready to hit again. That'll be nice because last year turned out being the worst of his career at a batting average of .221. We get his bat up around his average, he's going to make some noise again, and that'll be a helpful bat in the lineup for the Mariners. And, of course, the name to watch, the name that everybody will be watching in Mariners camp this year, is Yusei Kikuchi, the big signing from Japan for the Mariners this year. 4 years, $56 million, 27-year-old lefty, got a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, just an incredible power pitcher. But not only that, has a repertoire of, like, he's got a slider, he's got a curveball, he's got a change. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws an eephus pitch at some time this year just to throw people off. Looks like the real deal. I've been watching the Mariners Twitter feed. I've been watching what they're putting out about him. I'll tell you what, he's got movement on that ball, and he's throwing the heat. He could be a fun one to watch on the Mariners season this year, too. And while we're talking about Kikuchi, I think the other guy to watch, really more of the heartstrings than anything, is Ichiro Suzuki. The GOAT, the greatest baseball player of all time, in my opinion, Ichiro Suzuki. With the team to start the year, they expect him to be down with the Rainiers, signed a minor league contract. He's heading with the team to Japan to play in their opening, which is ridiculous that they've got to fly to Japan to play 2 games in Japan in March against the A's. Ichiro's going over there to play in front of the home crowd again at the Tokyo Dome. I'm hoping he makes the team. He's the kind of veteran presence that this lineup could really use. I love Ichiro. I know he's not the sort of leader that you would want on the team, in that he's not going to rally your clubhouse. He's not really that guy, but he'll lead by example because at his age, I think he's 45, he is still ripped. He looks great, and his swing is everything it ever was. So I have high hopes that we get to see Ichiro patrolling the outfield down there at T-Mobile Park, the newly renamed T-Mobile Park. All right, so we got Mariners Spring training going on right now down in Peoria. They open their season in Japan, as I said, on March 20th and March 21st against the Oakland A's. Should be good games. And then they fly back for their home opener on March 28th with a 4-game opening series against the Boston Red Sox, the world champion Boston Red Sox. Not going to be an easy start to the season, Mariners fans. But, as we said before, this is team building. Get on the bandwagon now. Plenty of seats. I'll be there opening day. You should too. It's gonna be a good time. Hey, speaking of preseason, the other preseason that's going on right now is the Sounders.